Hello, hello, hello. We are back with another theory. I know, I'm going crazy today. So we are talking the Winter Soldier theory. This is really focusing on Miss Sharon Carter. Um, and there is a lot to say. I just want to give a little bit of a quick warning because I don't I never watched her show. So, just a quick warning, when I do watch her show, we are going to revisit this theory. Maybe it has like some more information about her, obviously with more things coming out as well. But this is really focusing on after the show Falcon and the Winter Soldier and where she stands. Now, I don't know what it is about the actress who plays Sharon Carter, who, hold on a second, because I think it's Emily Van Camp is her name. Give me a quick minute. Just let me double check. I should have known that. Um, yeah, Emily Van Camp. I don't know what it is about her. I don't like her, or well, I shouldn't say she's not a bad actress. She really does make me hate every character she plays, though. I give her that. I don't know. There's something off about her characters. And it's not just in obviously Marvel. So, she plays Sharon Carter, who last we saw her was in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And there have been some hot debates about her character since this series and making her return in the third episode. Now, there were only six episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so it's not a very long series. As we know, Disney Plus is launching these different shows differently. And of course, I have my coffee in my Marvel cup for the theme of the month. Um, unrelated, but some have wondered about Sharon's evolution since Captain America and her being a loyalist turning into a cynical crime lord, which we can kind of see in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier through certain scenes, especially when she's alone. So she's definitely giving a two-sided persona. She gives very much Falcon and Winter Soldier one view, one side of her where she's like, yeah, I'm on your side, I'm helping, I'm this badass girl, agent and all that. And then on the flip side, she has connections with these crime lords, including Carly, who she ended up killing. So, and by the way, sorry, don't mean to give any of that away from the show. Um, if you haven't watched it, I'm not giving away too much. That's all I'm going to say. Anywho, um, so yeah. Um, but some speculate she's not actually a villain. But I just want to play you this little clip, and I want your opinion on this. Okay. I kind of feel weird about it. I don't know. She's just giving me off not so good vibes. That's just me. Anywho, could it be she has a power broker alter ego more than we think? A new theory argues that during the recent discussion in the finale, the Ringer versus Van Lathan and Charles Holmes speculated that Sharon Carter may not be a straightforward villain that the series wants us to believe. Instead, the podcast host suggests that Sharon could still be working for another notable character in the MCU, one who prefers to keep his plans secret. We are of course talking about Mr. Postman himself, otherwise known as Nick Fury, which could very much be true. Nick Fury is one of those characters where he pops up and everything, has his little hands and everything, but we don't really know all that much about him through the MCU. Now, Nick Fury, I believe, has his own show. Again, let me double check this. I have yet to see it. It is not on Disney Plus, as far as I know. I swear he has his own show. I thought there was a show out. Anywho, there is a show coming out called Secret Invasion, and this will be released on Disney Plus, and that'll cover Mr. Nick Fury. Sorry for any background noise because, people in my house are not realizing I'm recording. Anywho, so we don't have a full date on when that will be released, but it will be focusing on Nick Fury and his backstory. Anyway, they continue to say that people generally stay pretty loyal to Fury, and it wouldn't be surprising if Sharon has secretly still worked for the former S.H.I.E.L.D. director. Now remember, this is not related to this, but Agent Coulson, who also tends to show up and everything, he ended up leading S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point, especially during Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the show, which was 7 seasons, great show. They don't so much as have the main Avenger characters, but they have all the backlog characters. They have all the backgrounds, some other notable future Avengers like Ghost Rider, some minor characters. There's a whole lot. Great show. Eventually, and I mean like in the far future, we will get to that show because 7 seasons is a hell of a lot to go through. But we will absolutely get through it. Anywho, so it's notable that that she is working for Nick Fury. Fury also has no government organization supporting him, as far as we know, and could easily be using Sharon's underworld connections to help them planning during the secret invasion. So we don't know yet. Sharon spent most of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier protecting and helping out Sam Wilson, so Falcon, who's played by Anthony Mackie, as well as the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky Barnes, played by Sebastian Stan. Despite harboring apparent grudges against both of them, maybe she was helping them on Fury's orders. That could very well be. But I also think that, as I said earlier, she is kind of playing some things because we'll see some scenes where she's like, oh, I'll double your pay, or do you still have stuff for me in certain organizations? They're like minor phone calls. When she was having a chat with Carly on her own, there was let me just play it for you actually. So yeah, that was a scene. Um, Makes me think. I mean, come on, come on. Anywho, so it's possible that Sharon Carter actually has a plan. The last time we saw Nick Fury in the MCU, he was hanging out and enjoying a small post Endgame vacation for himself in space with the Skrulls at the very end of Spider Man Far From Home. And right now, all the signs seem to indicate that the next time we'll see him in a sizable role will be in his show Secret Invasion, which could be true. There are a few things coming out before that. Will he make appearance? Maybe, maybe not. He tends to make a small appearance, but we haven't really seen him in anything major, which is kind of shocking. But we know how MCU goes, so we'll see. So anyway, inspired by the comic book storyline of the same name, Secret Invasion presumably focus on the conflict that breaks out between a group of heroes on Earth and a group of shape-shifting Skrulls who wish to take over the planet. The series will feature Nick Fury and Talos in the lead roles, along with still unknown characters. And this, we know who the actors are. It is Emilia Clarke, of Game of Thrones, and Olivia Colman. We don't know who their characters are, though, so we will see. This is exciting. I love Emilia Clarke. I think she did a really, really good job in Game of Thrones. Granted, the last season went to shit, but it is what it is. It's not Disney, but that happened. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, assuming that Fury has suspicions about possible Skrull invasion, which would make sense with his character, where they last left off, and where the comic books are, it would be logical for Fury to invest in keeping as many heroes alive and organized as possible on Earth, aka the Avengers, which has been his thing the entire time. Just saying. Especially following the deaths and retirements of several notable heroes in Avengers the Endgame, like Black Widow, Iron Man, and the retirement of Captain America, Steve Rogers' version himself. Anyway, we don't really know why Sharon's worked so hard to keep Bucky and Sam alive beyond what we've seen in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so we are going to have to wait and see. As for right now, Sharon being as merciless as and scheming as her power broker alter ego suggests just doesn't quite sync up with anything that we know about her character so far. And that's largely why fans have had such a hard time buying her role in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. True. Also in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I noticed when I was looking for a clip, she had the face power change. So she was pretending to be someone else, and this does come up during the Black Widow theory, so do check out that one as well, where this, it's not magic, this science is used in several different MCU movies to trick people, and it is, I believe, a Hydra thing, but then certain members gained access to it. The theory at least helps Sharon's turn make a little bit more sense, and all certainly does not strain credit any more than the turn itself did. After all, if there's one thing Nick Fury knows how to do, it's how to keep his plans firmly under radar, which again is true because he tends to come up out of nowhere in the most random times, saying something and it's like, oh, what was that? So anyway, that is the theory. Thank you guys for listening. Stay tuned for more. I'm super excited to see what has to come. Are you guys excited for Secret Invasion? Because I certainly am. I'll see you guys next time.